Happening now, a man loading his gun on the campus of Columbus State University is shot and killed by police. Find out what happened moments before he was shot. And a deputy in Lee County pulls the trigger on a suspect driving a stolen car. It all happened during a police chase. That's straight ahead. And you don't have long to sign up for health insurance under the new Affordable Health Care Act. We'll tell you what you need to know coming up next. Good evening, everyone, and thanks so much for choosing us tonight. I'm Rosalind Giles. And we begin with our top story tonight. An officer-involved shooting leaves one man dead, and a lot of questions tonight on how and why it happened. The shots were fired outside a dormitory at Columbus State University. A 20-year-old was shot and killed. Now, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation is looking into the shooting. News at 9's Sarah Lim talked to the university's police chief.
An officer-involved shooting happened shortly after 2 o'clock here at Columbus State University's campus dorm, and one man was shot to death.
A person in our housing area, student housing area, who had a gun out, loading the gun. Officers were dispatched. When officers arrived, there was a brief foot chase.
That foot chase led to shots being fired, taking one man's life. Columbus State University officers arrived at the campus dorm on University Avenue around 2:38 on Sunday afternoon when they heard about a man loading his gun.
When they did confront the suspect, there were shots fired. The suspect has been transported to the medical center.
Coroner Buddy Bryan confirms that a CSU officer shot the suspect. The 20-year-old man is not a CSU student, and he arrived at the Midtown Medical Center at 3:07 Sunday afternoon. He was pronounced dead around 3:30 p.m. No alerts were sent to the students when this officer-involved shooting had occurred. University Police Chief Drew says alerts are only sent when there is threat on campus property. However, the officers arrived to the scene only 3 minutes after they received a call. Since no threats were detected, no alerts were sent out. No officers were hurt in this incident. For Fox 54, I'm Sarah Lim.
The man shot and killed has been identified as Zacharias Flint. No word yet on why he was on the campus at CSU. Columbus State University released this statement today following the shooting. This is a terrible tragedy. We will cooperate fully with the investigation by the GBI. Our thoughts and prayers go out to everyone involved in this, as well as their families. The university's counseling center will be taking steps to provide help to any student who needs to talk. In other news tonight, a man accused of stealing a car and then leading police on a chase has been captured. 41-year-old Michael Ruda of Selma, Alabama, Salem that is accused of stealing a Toyota Tundra pickup truck. The vehicle was left running at Frank's one-stop store in Smith's Station while the owner went inside around 1 Central Time today. A deputy spotted the vehicle near Somerville Road. A chase ensued. Sheriff Jay Jones says a deputy fired at the vehicle after feeling threatened. The Opelika Police Department is investigating the shooting. A 3-vehicle accident in Auburn leaves one person dead. It happened today near Green Street and Sanford Avenue. According to officials, a total of 5 people were involved in the accident. 2 of the vehicles collided at the intersection, hitting another car that was already stopped. One of the passengers died at the scene of the crash. Other victims were transported to hospitals in Columbus and the East Alabama Medical Center. The cause of the accident is still under investigation.
You're watching WXTX Fox 54's First Weather, 1 hour earlier.
Well, we had a nice end to the weekend this Sunday. We had plenty of sunshine, temperatures in the upper 60s. Right now, though, in Columbus, we're at 58 degrees under clear skies. And that wind has died down a little bit. We're at 5 miles an hour here. We saw gusts at over 20 miles an hour earlier. Other areas right now, we're at 52 in Auburn, 57 down in Dothan, 58 in Montgomery. So 50s across the board. And tonight, we will get rather chilly under clear skies. Satellite radar shows not a cloud across the area. So some of our eastern Alabama counties are under a frost advisory for tonight into tomorrow morning. So this might hurt some of those newly budding plants or flowers. Just something to keep in mind. But tomorrow, plenty of sunshine to start off our work week and spring break. If you're enjoying that, we'll see 44, but warm up quickly after that. And I'll have a full look at that 7-day forecast coming up in just a little bit. Roslyn?
All right, Elizabeth, thank you very much. Columbus police are also investigating a possible marijuana grow house. According to a police report, members of the Special Operations Unit issued a search warrant Saturday morning at a home on Fleetwood Drive in Columbus. While there, agents reported being exposed to mold and chemicals associated with a marijuana grow house. No one was injured or arrested in the search. Time is winding down for people to get signed up for the health care under the new Affordable Health Care Act. The government issued an extension for those who were not yet enrolled, but that deadline ends on Monday night. Volunteers from Auburn University drove to Phoenix City this afternoon to help those with concerns about getting health care coverage. The registration event took place at Phillips Temple CME Church, giving dozens of people the opportunity to navigate the website and to ask questions.
And so what we're doing today is we're sitting down and explaining to people what those options are. There's been a lot of changes and everyone wants to know what's going on. What am I going to pay? What is this new healthcare law mean for me and my family? So what we're doing today is we're sitting down with people and we're explaining to them what changes they have and what they're looking at regarding their healthcare this year.
The deadline to get signed up for health coverage is Monday, March 31st. Officials in Alabama attempted to heal some wounds still felt by many of those who served in the Vietnam War. Saturday marked the Welcome Home Day in Dothan, Alabama. 40 years ago, many Vietnam veterans felt they didn't receive a warm welcome home when they returned home. Mayor Mike Schmitz says it was the perfect opportunity to express gratitude to not only his brother, but to all the Vietnam vets.
I think it's fabulous. It needs to be done all over the country. It's great to see what's my adopted hometown appreciate what we all did over there.
Those in attendance say events like this help heal haunting memories many veterans still have. It's also a day to remember the dedication of America's war veterans, letting them know that people still care. Officials are changing the number of people unaccounted for in a massive mudslide. We'll tell you what's changed and what's keeping rescuers from recovering the victims. Plus, a teen meets her favorite sports star. Find out how social media has been able to make their paths cross when Fox 54 returns.